So is the keto diet sustainable? Can you keep your weight loss off after you've been living a ketogenic lifestyle and then you go off? So I'm going to give you my opinion on this. Being somebody that just shed 50 pounds on the keto diet in 6 months, I'm now in maintenance mode. It's a year later since I started, and I'm gonna give you kind of my takes on this and what my belief system is. Okay, so I lost 50 pounds in 6 months' time, and truthfully, the bulk of it was in the first 4 months, and then it just kind of tapered off, and then I got to 6 months and had a 50-pound loss. Now, I will tell you that what happened with me is I got super skinny up top to the point where people were telling me they thought I looked too skinny, but yet my butt and hips and thighs are still huge, in my opinion. Got down to a size 4, comfortably a size 4 jeans, size 2-4 dress. I'm 47 years old and I'm 5'7.5". All right, now that I kind of gave you the background on that, I am not as hardcore keto today as I was. I want to share that with you. When I go away and travel, I pretty much just kind of do whatever I want, because one of the things that I found is when I travel, it's much harder to find the keto solutions, and I'm not so much of a diehard that I felt like that's the only way to go. I believe that going hardcore keto, I was able to heal my body. I was able to reduce the inflammation. I was able to lose a bunch of weight. And then once I kind of got to the 50-pound mark, I actually got kind of comfortable, started reintroducing a little more carbs, really not sugar, but a little more carbs. So I might have a biscuit with my meal, or I might have a bowl of cereal or a muffin here or there, those kinds of things. I'm mostly keto stuff, but occasionally non-keto. I put back on 10 pounds. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with that, because what I have found is I can maintain my weight now within a 10-pound range. So I'll go away on vacation and I'll indulge and I'll come back and I'm 8 pounds heavier. You know how that is right after. Go right back on the keto diet. I immediately drop the water weight, reduce all the swelling, and then I get rid of the other 5 pounds. Holiday season, I went up a little bit, and then in January, I brought it all back down again. I just got back from a big convention, kind of indulged, so I'm up a little bit right now. I'm going to go pretty strict in April after I've got another convention this month, and then I'll go strict again. So what I find is I'm kind of doing this balance thing of, when I'm at home, I'm pretty strict. I make keto meals. It's steak and asparagus and salads with avocado and bacon and eggs. When I do make keto treats, it's keto cookies, fat bombs. I do love keto cheesecake. And that kind of stuff, I can eat all of that and be perfectly in maintenance. I might have a non-keto biscuit with my dinner. Like I said, I'm using biscuits as an example because bread is one of those things I'm kind of playing with. I really think that still at home, I would prefer to not have those things and make the keto bread. It's usually when I get lazy that I tend to eat the non-keto stuff in my own home. I do have a teenager I'm still cooking for, and that leads to a little bit more temptation. But for the most part, in my home, I stay keto. I do really well. But I do go out to eat, I'll indulge. Or I go on vacation and I'll indulge. I travel for a trip, I might indulge. But I had a convention not long ago. I actually lost a pound while I was there, even though I wasn't trying to eat keto. I think what happens is our body heals itself. And it's no longer insulin resistant. It's much more tolerant when we do introduce carbs or sugar into our diet, although I think we need to really watch those sugars as much as possible. I would say I'm still pretty much low carb all the time. I pretty much just practice a low carb lifestyle, and I think that's the right way for me to go. I do grass-fed butter and grass-fed beef, and make a lot of those choices. I'm not a big drinker, so I'm not partaking in alcohol too often. Occasionally, but not too often. So for me, I think this is maintenance right here. This is a lifestyle. This is where I can practice keto food choices and pretty much stay on a low carb plan all the time. outside of a meal here or there or a minor thing here or there. I love cereal. I love orange juice and apple juice. There's those little things now that I allow myself to have where I didn't when I was losing that 50 pounds. Now, I could easily drop another 20 pounds. Not easily. I could stand to lose another 20 pounds. For me, I get too skinny in the top when I do that, and I can't move the hips and the butt. So I've kind of like found this spot in the 150s. I'm 5'7" and 3/4. I'm 47 years old. I've had a complete hysterectomy, so you know I've heard many times that women after hysterectomy have a much harder time with the whole weight loss thing. But I know I do believe if I had a goal and said, you know what, I really want to be this for whatever reason, I would just go hardcore again and get down there. But I think living lifestyle, this is a comfortable place for me to be. So you know, typically a size 4, size 6. In the 150s, so I'll be really low 150s. I might even go down to 148, up to 160, 161. So I've just kind of got this range of floating that I'm pretty happy with, pretty comfortable with. I really would like to work more on muscle tone. That's where I'm having the biggest challenge. I went to the gym for almost a year, didn't see any change. So I know that there's some stuff going on there with me I want to make sure that I'm working on. But weight-wise, I'm pretty happy, pretty comfortable, enjoy this diet. So is the ketogenic lifestyle sustainable? Yes, there are people all over the world that are living keto every single day that stay keto. And that is what they do. For me, I wound up choosing a more low-carb lifestyle, I would say probably than hardcore keto, although most of the foods that I choose are keto choices. And that's just kind of where I think I'm going to nestle in. So I do have a keto website, ketodays.com, where I bring you keto programs and keto coaching and keto tips and tricks and keto cookbooks and keto recipes. And I will plan to continue to keep that up and bring in the low carb variety for those of you that are going a little bit more low carb than you are traditional hardcore keto. So I think I'm going to be a secular keto person, kind of in for hardcore for a while and then out, and not out, but in hardcore for a while and then you know, not quite as strict. I just think for me that works. There are so many ways to do keto, guys. There just is not one way. I mean, I have read so many books and watched so many videos and taken so many courses, and it's just different. It's different for everybody. So I'm just not counting the macros, the calories and stuff like I was when I first started. And I do believe in that. If you're doing keto to lose weight, count the calories, get the app, count the macros, stay on plan, get your electrolytes. I do believe in all that. But I do think there's a lifelong plan here that you tweak it to fit you. And I think it's absolutely something that we can live with our entire life. All right, I'm Lori Ballen. Thanks for joining me today.